Hello, Serendipitous here with another video for the board game shelf. Now I'm getting into the games Cobweb and I got for Christmas. So yeah, as opposed to games we're giving away for giving for Christmas, like the charcuterie game. But anyway, this is Quacks. This game went by another name before, Quacks of Quedlinburg. And of course, this looks very different from classic Quacks of Quedlinburg. As far as I can tell, it's basically the exact same game, but I think it seems like a different publisher has basically published the game with a whole new art style. And personally, I like this art style much better. It's adorable. It feels like it's more in line with the whole idea of you know you're all just like throwing stuff in a cauldron and hoping your potion doesn't explode. It's a bit more silly and whatever. So, but yeah, if you're familiar with Quacks of Quedlinburg, that's basically exactly what this is. If you're not familiar, you each have a cauldron, and you're going to be putting ingredients along this spiral track here. A lot of the ingredients are these white boom berries, and if you have too many, basically if you have too many of those, then your potion explodes and you lose rewards, or you won't get as much stuff as other people potentially could. It's a push your luck game where you put stuff in, you put all of your ingredients in this bag, in your bag, and you're just kind of pull ingredients the whole time, hoping you get what you want. And there's a lot of synergy between various ingredients as well. This box is especially big. It is the all-in edition. I understand there was some kind of Kickstarter or something for this, but we just found this, basically in a store, and we asked for it for Christmas, and someone got it for us, which we're grateful for. But yeah, a lot of this game has to do with there's so many components. But yeah, basically the ingredients look like this. In normal Quacks of Quedlinburg, these are little wooden tokens, but in the kind of deluxe all-in edition, there's these nice little plastic pieces. And they have a bunch of different numbers on them, and there's a lot in here. I don't want to unpack things too much because, again, everything just barely fits in here. There are a couple of expansions. There's Alchemist. I have not played with any of the expansions yet, but it's you're basically either dealing with alchemy or dealing with like other specialists to help figure out cure for various ailments to various degrees of success. So I don't know exactly what. I haven't dived into any of those expansions quite yet, but I really enjoy the base game of Quacks, and I think the name Quacks is just a bit better anyway. It's easier to remember. But yeah, each of a lot of the ingredients. So again, the white boom berries are the ones that are just kind of there all the time. They look like this. But there are a lot of other ingredients like pumpkins and spiders and mushrooms and so forth that have various synergies. Let me see if I can try to find something that displays them. I think there might be a place back here. Here we go. Yeah, I think maybe. All right. And also, depending on how many people you have playing and like how different or challenging you want it to be, there's different versions of each of the ingredients as well. But just in general, mushrooms have great synergy with pumpkins because when you draw a mushroom, you get to move it forward even more spaces along your track to get even more points if you have a certain number of pumpkins. There are some that allow you to redraw. Pumpkins don't do anything by themselves unless you have, of course, mushrooms. There's spiders give you rubies, which allow you to which is a different currency that allows you to sort of advance your track a bit more if that's one of the last two ingredients you drew. These purple smoke coast things, you get you get points and or rubies if you have a certain number of them. There are also these black moths that if you have more of those in your cauldron than your neighbors, you get certain benefits and so on and so forth, right? So you're keeping track of in some cases you're keeping track of what other people have, but you're also just mainly trying to make sure that your potion does not explode. And again, if it does, it's not the end of the world, but you do miss out on things. There's each of these spaces can give you either victory points or like money, basically. So anything in a square is victory points. You're going along a track. But the large number on each of these bubbles is basically like your money that you can use for that particular round. Also, on the scoring track, there are a bunch of rat tails all throughout. If you are not the first one, if you're behind, if you're not the first one on the track, you get to count how many rat tails are on the track between you and the person at the very front, and you get to take a rat token and move it ahead, and that's your starting point. You can move your starting point farther and farther up, right? And you know, the farther you go, the more you go, the more points you can potentially get, as well as you can get rubies at certain points if you end at a certain point. So whatever you end at, essentially, is what, or the last, once you place your last ingredient, when you want to stop, the next one is your rewards, essentially. So yeah, very fun. There's a lot going on here, but I think, you know, it's been my experience with when I taught this game to my family that they seem to enjoy it, picked it up fairly quickly. So yeah, I like this a lot. Glad we have it. And I am glad that I have this one that has this kind of art style. I appreciate that and enjoy that a lot more. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And until next time, all the best.